unicorns. So today's class was a request for a warm-up for aerial artists. This can also be a warm-up for acrobatics, for surfing, any overhead movement where the arms go overhead, lifting. We'll focus a lot on opening up through the lats, through the upper back, through the shoulders, and releasing the neck, as well as stabilizing our hips so that we can work into movements like splits and just have overall mobility. This could also just be like a morning ritual. So I hope you enjoy. Mwah. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Love. So just starting out, finding your seat, closing your eyes and just taking some breaths. Let's see if we can just take 3 conscious breaths. Just really noticing the entire journey of the breath as it comes in and out. Notice any points that the breath might feel stuck or blocked. And just send a little bit of love and awareness to those places, intending to open them up with this little warm-up. Finding openness and awareness in your physical body as well as your mental body. And then just beginning to move with our breath here, just starting to take a little bit of a shoulder warm-up. We'll take the elbows into the sides of the ribs. Palms face up as if you were holding serving trays here. And then just taking the thumbs back behind you. And then forward, and then back behind you. And forward, and back behind you. And forward. So just warming into our external rotation. Aerial, surfing, handstands, yoga. There's a lot of front body activation, so this is like the opposite motion of that. So we're balancing out the muscle groups so we don't get that overcompensation. And we'll start to take these arms up and back as we bring them overhead, trying to keep the hands coming out farther than the elbows. So I'm not going like this. I'm going elbows in, hands away. Elbows in, hands away. And see if you can even take the arms straight and just find that external rotation. And then begin to bend them and take them down. I've heard these called wrapper arms before, so it's kind of like you're wrapping. So you can take them maybe a little bit faster and just starting to warm them in. And now a little bit slower, really sucking the shoulders into their sockets, externally rotating. Lots of sounds today. Hope you can hear me. Whew. And then when they start burning, keep going. See if you can find your breath. And then holding the arms up, palms facing back. Find the shoulders, shrug them up towards your ears and then drop them down into the back pockets. Shrug them up into the ears and then drop them down into the back pockets. Shrug them up into the ears and then down into the back pockets. And now find that middle of that place so that they're not elevated and they're not depressed. And then just start pushing the thumbs backwards, dropping the ribs down towards the hip points. And just getting into the end of your range of motion here. See if you can turn on your breath to really just work through the heat in your arms. And you can take the arms out to the sides, pulsing backwards, opening up the pecs, opening up the chest, finding breath. And now turn these little pulses into big circles, backwards. You can also add in the spine here. And then taking one arm back and the other arm forward. Then taking both arms back. And then taking the other arm back. And then taking both hands back. And let's see if you can turn on your breath here. Last one on each side. And then this one will go all the way over to the left side. Right hand onto the left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, start to make little circles with your chest here. You can add your neck into it. See if you can make the circles come from the upper back. When we open up the upper back, we release tension in the neck. So a lot of tension in the neck comes from a tight thoracic spine. So just see if you can get some movement there. And now reverse the direction. Woo. I got a few little cracks. Even if they're tiny circles, you're still getting that fluidity, that mobility in the upper back. And then release. Take a big breath in. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale here, expand the heart. And then exhale and round together. Try to bring the arms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, twisting over to the right this time. The left hand comes onto the right knee. And then we'll take a big inhale to lift the spine. And that same thing, circling in one direction. Seeing if you can find some openness in the upper back. Maybe you can feel your ribs where they connect into the upper spine. And see if you can turn on your breath. Your breath is key here. The inhale helps you find that expansion, and the exhale helps you find that contraction. Now reversing the direction. And then slowly inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling to cactus the arms, opening the chest. And then taking the palms out to the sides. Hands come back. You might feel a tingle in your fingertips here. We'll do some nerve flossing to open up the neck. So really just take a minute to make sure in that external rotation, externally rotate the shoulders, screw them into their sockets. Then we'll bring our right ear, or our right hand towards our right shoulder, and our left ear towards our left shoulder. Then we'll extend and go in that same direction with the right hand. If you get any cracks in the neck, enjoy them. See if you can bring your full awareness into the neck, tuck the chin in towards the chest. And then leaving the right hand up, same thing. The left hand is going to come in towards the left shoulder, and then we're going to reach away. So this is a glide, nerve glide. Gets the median nerve gliding in its little sheath for more mobility in the shoulders, releasing tension in the neck. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, take a prayer behind your head. Push your head into your thumbs and your thumbs into your head. Drop the front ribs down and then see if you can open up through the upper back. Exhale, bring the hands down. Interlace them at the sacrum. Lift the hips up. Take a big in-breath. And then exhale and fold forward just as much as you can. See if you can turn on your breath even here. Inhale, lifting up. If you want to sit up onto the toes to make this a little bit more intense, you totally can to stretch your toes. I'm going to, but you can also stay in whatever is more comfortable for you. We'll go into some nerve tensioners now. So my head's going to go away from my right arm as my right arm straightens. And then I can look down and up. So really getting into that mobility of the nerve, releasing any tension in the neck. This shoulder is really externally rotated. And to add to this, I can even make an underbite face. To get into my scalenes and release muscles in the neck. And now switching sides, maybe taking a break off those toes and extending the left hand. Right ear goes to the right shoulder and then flossing through the neck here. You can make that underbite face if you do it on the other side. Nice. And then releasing any kinks on that side. Taking a big breath in, lifting the hips once again. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reaching them up. Exhale, interlace them at your lower back and fold forward once again. Taking the hands down, walking the legs back into a tabletop position. And then we'll just stretch into the hands. So when we do aerial, at least, we start to get these claws. And also, if you're working handstands, it's really important to keep nice, strong, and flexible hands. So we'll just lift up the palms of the hands and exhale, drop them down. Inhale, lifting up onto the fingertips. Exhale, and drop them down. Inhale, lift the palm. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift onto the fingertips. Exhale, drop down. Keep moving with your breath. Option to add a cat and cow here. So as my hands go, it takes a little bit of coordination, seeing if I can move with my breath. And on the exhale, I can round my back. And on the inhale, I can arch. If that's too much, you can just stay with the hand movement. Warming the hands a little bit more. We'll just start to rock our weight forward into them a little bit more and do the same thing. So just lifting up and lifting up. Stretching out all those muscles in your claw. And then setting the hands down, we're gonna rotate our shoulders so that we find that really nice external rotation, which is our safe overhead alignment. Elbows are gonna come out, then they're gonna spiral backwards and then push straight, lifting the ribs up into the shoulder blades so that the back of my heart gets fluffy. Tuck my toes under and then push back into downward facing dog. Shake out the head, the neck, the jaw. See if you can push down through the L for love of your hand to protect your carpal tunnel and your wrist. And then we'll just start to open into the shoulders here. So I call this accordion dog. Animal Flow calls it resting beast. I've heard so many other names, but I think of it as like an accordion, so it really helps to pull the ribs in. I'll show you from the side. So accordion dog, we drop our knees in towards our ribs and we stretch. See if you can keep the external rotation of the arm bone the entire time. This will help stretch your lats and release any tension that pulls the shoulder bone forward, because we get this like really strong like forward hunchback position. So this is to open that up, that opposite movement. So the external rotation will crunch into our accordion dog, and then exhale and we'll roll forward. Feeling those strong wrists, those strong arms. Exhale into your accordion dog, knees to ribs. Find that external rotation in the shoulders. And then exhale, roll forward. Inhaling here. Exhale, accordion dog. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale into your plank. Exhale, accordion dog. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, roll forward. Adding on, exhaling into your accordion dog. Inhaling here. Exhale, rock the hips over to the right side so you'll find the full extension of your lat. See if you can push your left fingers down into the ground. Maybe you can take your left leg back. Come into this nice twist. See if you can really push down through this left hand. Inhale back to center, accordion dog. Exhale, roll forward. Taking some shoulder shrugs here. We're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then sink back, accordion dog. Take a big in-breath here. Exhale, taking your right foot or your hips over to the left. And if you want, you can take your right foot back behind the left. Really push down through your right hand so you find that full extension of the lats. Letting something go if you need to. And then inhaling, coming forward. Sinking into the knees, pushing the ground away from you. Let's take a few shrugs here. So shrugging the shoulders up into the ears. See if you can really find that external rotation. The biceps roll forward. Pushing the ground away, dropping the head down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, roll forward, finding your plank. And take 10 shrugs here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then forward and backwards for 10, 9. Working on that planche. 8, 7, 6. You can always come down to your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees are gonna come down, pushing back into child's pose, dropping the shoulders down, dropping the head and the neck down. And you can rock from side to side. So you can release any tension in your neck. And then we'll roll forward and we'll come all the way down onto our bellies. Beautiful. Coming into a sphinx, just warming into the upper back. So we'll roll our shoulders up into our ears and then push our shoulder tips down into our back pockets. And then try to shoot our heart forward while we're pulling our arm bones back. So it's like this action of like pulling my hands on the ground so that I can open through the chest and the upper back. And then we'll take some cat and cows here. So rounding, lifting the belly button off the mat. You might feel your hip flexors start to open up here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. I like to kind of circle my neck. And then you can lift up onto your fingertips and push up a little bit more. Exhale, rolling it all the way down. Taking the right hand to the right side, bending the right elbow, and then rolling over to the right, opening into the pec. Breathing in here. I like to circle into my neck. Maybe taking the other arm back. Taking 5 breaths into your pecs. Then you can take the right hand and reach it across over to the left, and then try to pull the right hip back so you find, again, that extension in the lats, and then rolling back onto your belly, switching sides. The left elbow bends, and we open up. You can roll through the neck, opening up into the pec. And then opening up and finding 5 breaths into that pec. Next, exhale, coming back into your belly, and then pushing all the way back into your downward facing dog. We'll start to warm into the legs, so we'll take our right leg up, heel reaching up towards the sky, pinky toe facing down, and then exhale, bringing your knee to your nose, rounding, pushing through the upper back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, and reach. And last one. See how much you can push the ground away as you slowly float the leg in between your hands. Come up onto your fingertips and then just rock forward and backwards into this leg. Just getting into that hamstring. Like a cheetah. And then we're gonna lift up, rock onto that front leg, bring your fingertips forward or onto blocks. And then we'll just get into this end range of motion in our hip while also activating our core. So we'll exhale, bring the knee into the nose. Inhale and extend the heel back. Activating the glute, really feel it fire up. You should feel your downstairs butt. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. 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 Now crossing it over, opening up the outer hip. So we'll exhale, left knee behind right knee, sink down into a Shiva squat, and then inhale, extend. Really pinky toe facing down, fire up the back legs like you're shooting rainbow beams at your heels. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and inhale. And then exhale, inhale. This time we're gonna exhale the knee into our nose. Inhale, taking the leg out to the side, so we're activating the glute medius, which is one of our main hip stabilizers. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it up. If you need to keep it bent, go ahead and do so, or straighten it out. And now, really working that active straddle as well. Slowly stretch that leg back, bring the knee down, lifting up into your low lunge, breathing here. You can take a pillow under your knee. See if you can pull your belly button in towards your spine and activate your left glute. Stretch into that psoas. And then we'll take our right hand onto our right hip and side bend over to the right. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe you can take this hand all the way down. And then maybe you can twist, taking the left elbow onto the right knee and twisting. Breathing here. Pressing the palms into the heart into the palms. Opening up. And then exhaling to release, framing the front foot with both of your hands, pulling back into your half split. And then taking a few little rolls up and down. Up and down. Up and down. And then sliding forward. Right leg comes forward, left leg comes back. You can tuck under the back toes. See if you can keep your hips squared. So if you're here and your hips are squared, that's an awesome place to be. You just don't want your hips opening up out to the side. So we want to keep this nice squared split. Pressing here. Maybe we try to lift the back knee up by activating that glute. You can have blocks under your hands to get up higher. The square is the most important part. It's not about how deep you get, it's about how square you can stay. Beautiful. And then wherever you are, you can roll off to your left side. And then take your right leg back, back, back to the side. So we have this really nice side bend. Getting into our QL here. You can bend forward and then stretch to the side. Bend forward and stretch. And bend forward and stretch. And forward. And last time. Side body release. Exhale, rolling back onto your belly. And then pushing your way back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Roll the shoulders forward, find your alignment. Rib cage comes up into the shoulder blades. Pushing the ground away from you, finding those strong shoulders. Come through an accordion dog to stretch the lats. And then hips go over to the right. And stretch the left arm away. Or maybe roll under. You can grab onto this shoulder blade as you start to open up into the upper back. And you can floss through here. You can either just stretch or you can start to roll. The most important thing is that this shoulder blade is rolling under. And then last one. And then slowly coming forward. Taking it over to the other side. So left leg comes back. Stretching. Right hand away from right leg. And then you can grab the hand onto the shoulder and start to wrap the shoulder blade under the rib to help you externally rotate as you come around. And then stretch. And now coming back. Take an inhale with your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, the knees to the nose. And then slowly hover the foot off the ground as you set it down into your lunge. Rock back and forth here, bending and straightening to the front leg. Find your breath. Imagine your cheetah. And now balancing forward onto this front leg, walking the hands forward. And now we'll exhale, bring the knee to the nose, rounding, activating the core, and then inhale and extend. Right pinky toe down, shooting laser beams out the heel. See if you can activate your downstairs butt. And lift using your muscles. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale and extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend. And now this time we're gonna cross it over towards the left side. So right knee behind the left. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And now we're gonna take the knee to the nose and then open up, getting that glute med. If you wanna straighten it, work on that active straddle. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale, extending it back. Putting the foot down, dropping the knee down, coming up into a low lunge. You can put a pillow under your knee if it hurts your knee. Lifting up, breathing here. Seeing if you can pull your belly button in and activate your right glute as much as you can. Take a big breath in, reach up. Exhale, left hand on left hip, side bend over to the left. So this gets us into our femoral nerve, so it can help us with our splits, the side bending. So even if you're not fully in your splits, this is just a really nice place to be. This is technically a split. You're really getting into that psoas. It'll get into the split eventually. Beautiful. And then we can take our right hand and wrap it on top of our left knee, finding our twist. Pressing the hands into the heart and the heart into the hands. See if you can really push your heart into your thumbs and twist your left shoulder on top of your right shoulder. And then release, frame the front foot, pull back into your half split. Breathe here. You can take some rolls here, opening up into the hamstring. If this is too much, I don't know if I said on the other side, you can bend that knee. And you can point and flex the front foot to just give the sciatic nerve a little bit of a release. Sorry if I didn't say it on the other side. And then slowly you can start to straighten it and go down just as low as you can, keeping the hips squared. So if this is your split for today, this is an awesome place to be. It's really all about the alignment. We don't want to sacrifice our integrity here. We want to stay aligned and work into the place that we are. That's the only place we expand from. We have to start where we're at. So slowly going down as deep as you can, keeping that squaredness in the hips, pulling the belly button in towards the spine, activating the right glute. Breathing here. I like to take a little side bend. Try to tell my body it's okay to open up. It's okay, buddy. Take your time. No rush. Really just tapping into that breath, that relaxation, even in the challenging spots. And then you can lean over onto your right and slowly take that leg back into your side stretch, your QL opener on the right side. And you can bend in, taking a little push up, and then straightening up. I really love this release of the side body. Bending it, straightening up. You're also getting some push-ups in. And then we can turn these. We'll take 2 more. We can turn these into little half circles. So find your nice side bend, do a little chaturanga, and then push it to the other side. Just really getting into that side body. Last one. Coming down here, and then let's push up into a high cobra. So pushing up just as high as you can before you feel it in your lower back. Same action, shoulders come up into the ears, and then they push back as your heart shines forward. So the heart is shining forward through the arm bones, and you're up just as much as you can so you don't feel it in your lower back at all. Walk your hands a little bit forward and into the middle. Find as much as you can of this back bend, and then you can reach your right arm up into that end range of motion. Reaching up, reach, 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 find that external rotation. If you're here, that's awesome. And then exhale, drop it down into the middle. Left hand lifts. And we'll go for 4 more on each side. And you don't have to be up very high here. This is about the end range of motion of our shoulder and nothing more. A little bit of a back bend. On your exhale, peel your heart forward as you come down. Take your hands out as wider than your mat, and then take some rolls, twisting through the spine. You can twirl. Getting some circularity going in that thoracic spine. And reversing. Taking a big breath in. And then exhaling to roll all the way down as you push back to your last downward dog of this little warm-up, kind of a long warm-up. The body just needs time to warm up. And then on our exhale, we'll walk ourselves forward. Big toes together, knees bend. Grab onto your neck, release. Give yourself a neck massage. Grab onto your hamstrings. Really find that nice length in your hamstrings. Can bend into one and the other. And then slowly we'll activate our core as we come all the way down, rounding. Push, push, push. Even this should be active. And then we lower all the way down. See how slowly you can go down. So we're gonna really activate our core the whole time. It's about rolling through the spine. So my lower tailbone goes down. My big toes stay planted. I'm squeezing as if I had a block in between my knees. You can squeeze your knees together. Belly button comes in. You can even take your hands on your belly. So you lower all the way down. And then find the hardest place to be, and then take 10 little pulses. 10. Pull the belly button towards the spine. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now both hands to the right. Open for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now other side, we're almost done for 10. Breathe. 9, 8, 7, 6. Big toes down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then exhale it down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. All the way down. I'll show you the side of me and we'll do a bridge. So bridge is my favorite pose, I think, in yoga. I love getting my glutes active. It just makes me feel really grounded. So just enjoy the groundingness of this activation of the hips. Push down through your big toes and your heels. Lift up the inner and the outer arches. You can take a block in between your knees if you want something to squeeze. That really helps with the midline activation. On your exhale, lift the tail up. Belly button down. Roll up. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the shoulders in towards one another. And then notice if you're expanding through your ribs and your hips, and see if you can close that off. So the hips and the ribs magnetize towards one another. And then we'll do 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the hands down. You can actually support the hips. We'll lift our right leg up and we'll pulse for 10. If you want to do this without the hands, you can, but try to keep both hips stable. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. You can re-stabilize the hips with your hands. Taking the other leg up. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, hold, breathe. Pull belly button in towards the spine. And then release. Take both hips up to just reactivate that stability in your hips. And lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then lift. Allow the shoulders to expand. Walk them closer together. Interlace the hands underneath the sacrum. And then we're going to take our hips and we're going to move them over to the left side as we squish onto our left arm. And we can take a twist. You can let both knees fall over to the left. Opening up into the shoulder, into the pec, into the upper back. And you can kind of massage your arm, or you can release the right hand and just massage the left. Releasing any tension in the forearms or in the wrists. And then lifting the hips back. Once again, interlacing the hands underneath the shoulders. Lift, lift, lift. Pulse the hips up towards the sky. Pull the belly button down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift a little bit higher. And then take the hips and move them to the right side of your mat. And squish onto your right arm. Take the knees to twist over to the right. You release into the neck. Massage into this forearm. Move around your neck. See if you can find to release there. And then slowly lifting the hips back up. Rolling them down. Option to either just take another bridge, rest, or to lift up into a full wheel. So for our full wheel, you can take your hands so that your fingers are facing towards your hip. First lift the hips up, then lift up onto the top of the head. See if you can find that external rotation of your shoulders, and then push, push, push. Keep the shoulders externally rotated. Pull the front ribs down towards the hip points. And then if this isn't enough for you, you can take little push-ups here. So pushing up, really trying to keep that external rotation of the arm bones. Your 2, 3, 4. You can walk your feet in if you want a little bit more. And 5. Holding, lengthening the neck. Pull the shoulders into the arm bones. And then slowly releasing all the way down. Taking both knees into your armpits and then finding your happy baby opening here. And stretching into those hamstrings, getting into that straddle. Point and flex the feet. Finding that nice point. And then we'll hold this straddle as deep as you can go into your straddle. Hold for 10, 9, 8, so you can turn on your quads. Maybe flexing the feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. You can take any last movements you need. Twists, maybe another split or an inversion. And then we'll just take another 3 conscious breaths for Shavasana, since this is intended to be a warm-up. Just allowing yourself to become fully present in your body, feeling your nerve endings, feeling your toes and your fingers. And just taking a big breath in from the crown all the way down to the feet. See if you can just fill your entire body with breath. Feel all of your little cells buzzing and radiating with heat and energy. Big breath in. Exhale, release any tension. And the last big breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. And you can move about your day now. So that was about 45 minutes. A pretty long warm-up, but should get your body really ready for aerial, lots of mobility, lots of warmth, and some mindfulness. So I hope you have a really wonderful day and rest of your practice. Mwah!